full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Strong with the return, and that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. Was secured by Brandon Cooks. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. All set to go now from the 35. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Back to the air, Allen. Catch made by Cooks. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's
touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Dragon 60 Vikings. Go.
Milrow with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Well, I imagine that first play woke him up as they get set now for 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Milrow. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And now they're staring at 4th So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Allen to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a James Cook touchdown. That one right down the middle. The Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fast now to kick this away. Here comes Malik Washington. This makes it up to the 25. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. This will get much beyond the line, a yard at most. All down there by Deon Walker. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Milroe. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Jordan Hancock. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins are set up just shy of the 25 after that tackle.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, with a whole lot of excitement in between.
We should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. The 2 in a row now have slipped away. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. 2nd down carry for Achane. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And he's off the mark there. 2 fall behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th.
70,
Trying for it with Milroe. Chased out to his right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On 1st down, Allen hits his running back. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. In the red zone on 1st. This one's caught. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
It's a design run for Allen. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and goal for Allen. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 20-zip lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 21-zip already. Pass now to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Milroe from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. He has this down to the 34. Working quickly here. First down throw here from Milroe. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. It's an early lead for the Bills. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this.
Okay, ready?
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. To the air, Milroe. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
3rd down run for A-Chan. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. Pistol now for Milroe. This is caught near the pylon. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. A-Chan. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Working quickly here. And he could have a free play here. And this is knocked away on a good defensive effort there. That saves the catch, but I think this call should still give the offense some yards. Penalty drops him at the 1, so they've got a couple of shots left at it. It's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Well, next to kickers, some of our most prolific scorers in league history have been running backs, Brock, and he now tops them all. Most touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah, pretty incredible, Kate. You've got to do it with your legs. You've got to do it with your hands. It's why, well, when you're a little kid, when you're playing on the school ground, you figure it out pretty quickly. That dude's elite. That guy can run and score. He's a difference maker, and this guy certainly is.
On the return, here's Ray Davis. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here. catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bills have a first down. Allen fires out wide, complete. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Allen looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 33. Again, Allen to the air. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. He'll get the return out across the 30 before he goes out.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Taken in by Hill, right side. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side.
Ready up.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
70 Lions. Ready.
It's a design keeper for Milrow. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Mustang right. Come on, come on. Ready.
Here's Milrow to throw. Big gain. Has them across the 40. Past the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game before halftime. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On return, here comes Davis. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. Here's Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Buying some time right. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills bump the lead up to 13 points. Bass now to kick this away. Eskridge to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun now for Milroe. He lofts it deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Bills bump the lead up to 13 points. Pass now to kick this away. Eskridge on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, now he's looking for a deep shot across. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Throwing here, Milroe. Going deep here for the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Sent to the ground by Maxwell Hairston. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Eskridge on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Milroe. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Let's go. 18.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. No design run. Here's Milroe. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
Escapes out to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. New set of downs from 37. First down throw for Allen. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Allen. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on third down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Third and long for him here. And this one is launched downfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. The Bills with a punt team out there. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Milroe with it on first. Escapes the pocket. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Milroe from the gun. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Milroe throwing on third down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the third. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Always set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Strong with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Five wide.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty.
56.
Back to throw now, Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still second down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a first down. To the air again, Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense to the line fast. Again, Allen to the air. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. It's a designated keeper for Allen. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Now design run. It's Allen. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4. One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's the Bills with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down.
Alert!
Looking to throw on third and 1. Buys time, rolling right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. They'll go. Allen. He's got it to his running back. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Allen gonna throw again. And the Dolphins are gonna get to him. And he is dropped. And they're gonna be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Allen on third down. Left side into the hands of Shakir. catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short. Like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he is stopped a long ways from that line to gain. They force a turnover on downs. Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10. Playing with Achane here out of the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Shotgun now for Milroe. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Kate, I gotta believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball throw, third and long. This is complete to Waller. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. First and goal. Let's see if they can make that turnover on downs hurt with a quick score here. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a 9-point advantage. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned. So they'll bring this out to the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10. From the gun, Milroe. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills are going to get the football inside the enemy 40.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is
touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead. Bass now to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing now. Milroe. Buying some time left. From the left side. Here he goes. Deep middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Has some daylight through the 40, and he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Bills can rest easy with a 3-score lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought